Got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back to the Rod Pedersen Show, everybody. It is Overtime, proudly brought to you by Emerald Water, one of the sanctioned mask providers and hand sanitizer providers here in Saskatchewan. Emerald Water, that is. You can follow them on Twitter at YQR Emerald Water. Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
John Ohm writes in, and he's in Winnipeg, is he not? I think John Ohm
Reminds me.
The gong's in.
I had a notification today. It's out for delivery.
Okay.
So it should be on your desk tomorrow.
John Ohm. We can't be friends, Rod. You don't like corner gas? LMAO. I appreciate what corner gas did for all of us, for the economy, for the province. And when I say that, where I go for coffee, my primary Starbucks location, you know where it is.
Yep.
It's on the way out of town, on the way out to Dog River. All those actors used to come in all the time and grab their chai whip, latte,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And they're all very nice people.
Yeah.
I flew on flights with them back and forth, to and fro across the country when they were coming in for shooting. I just didn't find it funny. And the way I look at it is I'm trying to watch the show, but there just weren't times where I laughed. What can I say? I did not find it funny. I don't find Jerry D funny. I find the ranch hilarious. So I guess John, we have different senses of humor. For instance, my dad used to say, "Why the hell do you find Seinfeld so funny?" There was nothing about Seinfeld that my dad thought was funny. I don't care for The Office. I don't care for certain shows. Corner Gas didn't make me laugh.
You like what you like.
Steve Desio, one of our viewers in Pennsylvania, writes in, he says, Elaine on Seinfeld dated the Wiz guy. So I'm going with the Wiz in the KBO, Korean Baseball Organization. What Wiz guy? There's a Machado playing in the league. There's some guys that look like some studs.
Yeah. There's some guys, with
I've been looking it up.
big experience in Major League Baseball.
From the SJHL, they write in, we know you're looking for stuff to binge watch. May we suggest the SJ Canal to Sim?
Oh, I got to work tonight.
Back on the ice tonight at 6 and 8 o'clock. Doubleheader. Go to twitch.tv/SJHL Hockey. Both series 2-2, right?
Yep.
Hey, you should be getting a nice coup. How should I say this? We should be very grateful that the Ralco news chain, CJME, CKOM, CJNB, they all did a story on the SJHL Sim. Mentioned this show. They mentioned IKS Studios. Did you read it? I have a Google alert set up. It showed up in my inbox. They interviewed Matt Barrett, the voice of the Melfort Mustangs, who said how grateful he is that he was brought down to call the games on the weekend. So it's picking up steam.
It's fun. Yeah, and it's picking up steam. People are paying attention, and I think as you get dialed in, for some reason, people will care, and they do care who wins these games. So it's pretty good.
So many things all over the map here. On the CFL thing, by the way, our poll question, it looks like it'll go this way. The majority of you feel that American CFL players should get funding from the Canadian federal government, 60 plus, 70 plus %, depending on which platform you're on. I totally get that. I hope a decision's made soon. I'm not sure that it's going to be made soon. This is just a darn gosh ugly fight. I still believe, although we've been in a holding pattern for 54, 55 days, the worst is yet to come. Because when they announce where the money's going to go, people are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Especially if there are some that aren't getting the funding.
For sure.
Right? That's the part that scares me a lot. The other thing, why I've really stayed out of this, is Larry Smith in that interview with the Canadian Press, the former CFL commissioner, now a senator, said this is, quote, a very, very, very sensitive situation. He used 3 varies
Wow.
as far as it relates to the Canadian Football League. So it's why I simply just want to sit back and watch what's going on. I'm not really offering an opinion other than I think they should get the funding. I damn sure not offering a prediction as to whether they're going to play or not because I don't know. Nobody knows. I hope that they'll play, obviously. But I'm pretty confident they did not build a new stadium here or Winnipeg or Hamilton or these other places for nothing. You know that if the league does go bankrupt, it could potentially be back playing within a year. I do believe that. But I hope that we have this... am I the only one on the Arena Football League thing? It could be such a feeder, such a breeding ground, starting block for pro football players.
Yeah, you could start it late when, especially if it's indoors. You could start it out in the new year, and you could even
anytime.
But you could even have it wrap up by the time training camps open. Right, you could do a short season, or start, after the Grey Cup's handed out. There's a whole bunch of different things you could do indoor football league, but in that spring, season before the CFL starts, it could be a great feeder system, a chance for young players to get a little bit of a head start, and then they get on a practice roster and they've just played a season, but maybe they don't need to play a full season in the CFL, but it's kind of that. They're there now to learn the game, learn the CFL game, and then by year 2, they're really ready to roll. Could be awesome.
I think everything's up for debate. And I also will say Dave Naylor tweeting this morning, or I think it was last night, that he said, world commodities have undergone market corrections in the past. Gold, silver, real estate.
Oil, you name it.
Yeah, oil. He said sports has never undergone a market correction. And I'm like, I was writing that 5 weeks ago. Yeah. That's what this is. What was going to stop it? I've been starting to think that the last couple of years.
Doesn't seem to matter what happens on the ice or on the field. Values of those franchises have been going up and up and up and up.
Couldn't go on forever. And now here we are. The problem is a lot of the pro leagues are trying to, when it comes back, just keep going where they were.
Yep.
So when that stubbornness and arrogance comes down, this might end. So anyways, I think we got a lot to talk to about tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You want to give me what's up tomorrow, Clark, or?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Craig Smith just said the Twins and the Bears are just kicking off.
Craig Smith telling us the Twins and the Bears have first pitch in Korea. Really? Well, while Clark is typing this up, I noticed ESPN's airing these games live, 3:25 a.m. our time. And I go to, why is TSN not airing these games, if not live, then even taped? But I also realize that the broadcasters aren't making the decisions at TSN and Sportsnet. We've been over this. You know that those guys are fit to be tied, that they're not on the air, because that's what they do. And it's not just the on-air guys. It's the guys that do what they do.
Oh, yeah.
That do the switching, that do the directing, that do the programming. And frankly, I can't get too upset at national television because when this all ends, we're going to be on it.
Yeah.
And the Game Plus TV network, they're liking all our stuff. They're retweeting all our stuff. They're sharing all our stuff. They're putting it in their Instagram story. Game Plus network wants us more than I think that we want them. We want each other real bad. But we're like on the other side of the glass. We can't get at each other.
That's up. Yeah.
Damn it. Tomorrow, Derek the Duke Myers, one of our pundits and analysts. I'm looking forward to that. Derek, if you're watching, I want to talk golf and the Ricky Fowler match play event coming up. Dustin Johnson, Rich Sutter, and an interview brought to you by Original 16. TSN Edmonton's Dustin Nielsen and a lot more. It looks like a hockey day, Clark.
More or less.
Well done. We got to go because we got to make some calls. We have people to talk to. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain right here on Facebook Live.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.